I'm Brian Byers with nowdecatur.com in an ongoing series that we're partnering up with the Economic Development Corporation of Decatur and Macon County, the EDC, with Nicole Bateman and their fantastic website they have, careersdecatur.com. We're getting to tell some real world stories of people who live here right in our community that have had life transforming things happen to them because of the collaborative efforts of not only the great companies we have, but the partners that are working. And Nicole, it's been fun doing this because I think we can talk about it all day, but till you put a face and a name and a story to it, people have a hard time connecting.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, once you're able to see, well, somebody else has done this, and they've been successful, they took the leap, and learning why they've maybe made some career changes in their life. It's just easier, I think, to relate and easier to take that jump once you put a face and a name with the stories and with maybe the same predicament people find themselves in now.
Absolutely. And so, with that in mind, I'd like to introduce Mindy McCoy, who is a Caterpillar worker. She's a material handler at CAT. And welcome. It's good to have you with us, and thank you for being here today. Uh, Tell us about what you did before CAT. You worked in the retail world, right?
Yes, prior to CAT, I worked at three different major retail chains around the Decatur area.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit about that experience. So, I mean, I understand you were doing very well at those jobs and moved up quickly in those jobs, but talk to me a little bit just about retail and then how you transitioned to Caterpillar.
Yeah, absolutely. So my first job, I started off as a cashier and working on the sales floor, just helping customers on the daily basis. And my manager, there was an opening, and he moved me into a different department because he thought I'd be better fitted with helping our customers and helping them. And then he realized, hey, she's really good. So he moved me up to a supervisor position in that department.
Okay, and did you at that time think you had skills that transferred from retail to someplace like Caterpillar? Would that have even been in your thought process?
No, not at all. Just you just think it's just retail. You don't know anything about manufacturing or anything like that. You wouldn't even think about that.
All right, and then how did you end up at Caterpillar?
I was tired of working in retail, and a friend was working here, and she's like, "Hey, just try it."
Okay, and then when you got there, did you need additional training to move from your retail life to manufacturing?
No, Caterpillar did on the spot training, so they did. I had no experience at all, so as soon as I got here, they trained me on the fork truck and was ready to go.
It's pretty cool. Tell me about what it is that you do right now, a material handler. What is that?
So for me, I actually started off on the fork truck, and then my supervisor moved me over to our storeroom. So I actually drive now a side loader, and what I do is I just pick the parts for the orders that needed for the truck lines for to build the trucks.
And let me ask you, Mindy, did you at any time, I know we kind of touched on this, but could you see yourself today, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago? Could you imagine where you are right now?
No, not at all. Never even thought I'd ever be anywhere close to a fork truck. Another thing that I enjoy is that I have a set schedule. It's Monday through Friday. I know what my schedule is going to be, so that's really nice for my family life.
And Nicole, this is the transferable skills that we've been talking about now for weeks. And for people who are either unemployed or underemployed, and the 1,100 jobs that are available in Decatur, a lot of those jobs with Caterpillar, this is the exact kind of story we've been talking about all along.
Exactly. I think it takes maybe another situation or environment to really pull out those transferable skills to say, okay, I know I can do this. It's if somebody's willing to learn and they are listening and they're adaptable, they can really fit, as you just heard, very nicely from retail into manufacturing. And so we want people to be thinking about that. We don't want them to think that they don't have any skills that can't transfer, because that's going to, I think, prohibit somebody from even entertaining a job in a different industry. And so that's why, again, we want to get these stories out there, because you may not see yourself there, but eventually, once you make that leap, you find it may be a perfect fit.
Mindy, when you arrived at Caterpillar, and I want to find out what you like most about your job, but what was it like, your comfort level there, the people you work with, the people you met, how comfortable were you in this transition?
At first, I was not comfortable at all. It was very different from what I was used to. So it was a little bit scary. But as soon as I got put into the position I got put into, my supervisor was there to meet me. They gave me a little tour around the area I was going to be working at and introduced me to all the people. And they were all very welcoming, very nice, just like, hey, if you have a question, just feel free to ask. It was really amazing.
All right. And then what do you like most about what you do today?
Honestly, the people, you just grow a relationship with them. You get to know them and they're always there to help you out.
Okay, and if you could speak to other people just like you in the community, particularly this last year with COVID, particularly in the retail industry, there's a lot of uncertainty about people's careers, and a lot of people have been laid off or lost jobs or lost hours. What words of encouragement would you give to those folks about making the leap like you did?
Just go for it. If it doesn't work out, you can always go back to retail or what you were previously doing. It doesn't hurt to try.
And Nicole, we have a lot of tools in place for people to do that. They can start with the website, right?
Absolutely. So careersdecatur.com has a lot of resources on it for folks. So if you're just not sure what you want to do, there's a great career coach assessment on there that someone could take that kind of gives them a little bit of guidance. And then there's an easy form for them to fill out, and that will go directly to Workforce Investment Solutions and to Richland Community College, where they'll match you with a career coach to help you get started. It may be a situation where you don't need necessarily much additional training at all, just some guidance and helping to figure out where your skills might transfer to what jobs are available today. And that's exactly what those career coaches can help you do. And it's free.
And I like that it's not one size fits all, because people aren't one size fits all. So depending on how many of those pathway lights you need, or maybe not as many, there's a way to go. And so the website's the greatest place to start. And of course, we want to thank the EDC for all of their efforts, and your great partners with our manufacturing industry. I mean, we are so blessed to have so many of these jobs in our city.
Absolutely. I mean, Decatur makes things. That's what we do. And that's part of the fabric. And so that's why, continuing to look for opportunities to grow that workforce not only helps our current companies to fill their open positions, but it helps us to attract new companies as well, because they're looking to hire folks that have different skill sets, even the transferable skill sets, right? We need to know that people know how to work, and by having folks go through these programs, either on certifications, whether that's formally or informally, and just getting the work experience, that helps improve our community.
Well, Mindy, we really appreciate meeting you today. Good luck in your new career at Caterpillar, and thank you for sharing your story with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Brian Byers from Navigator.com, and our great partner with the EDC, Nicole Bateman. There's going to be a series of these videos throughout the next weeks and months. We hope that you, if not you, share it with someone you know, because there's a lot of great opportunities. Thanks, guys, for joining us today.